Look, brother, I don't know how you're going to react after hearing this, but if you genuinely want to give up before this winter arc even begins, then at least be honest with yourself and write it down. Take a notebook, create a detailed timetable, and note everything. Wake up at 5, do this, do that, follow the same routine you've tried before. And if what you really want is to sleep 18 hours a day, stay lazy, scroll social media endlessly, and fill your mind with noise, then go ahead and do that too. Other YouTubers will keep telling you to wake up early, read books, hit the gym, meditate, and you can try all of that again. But deep down, you already know you've done it before, and you failed. This time you'll have to trust me. It took me a full month to bring this video to you because I know that this winter arc demands something different from you, something that will transform you into a completely different person by March. This video is meant to be your launch pad, the thing that pushes you to your highest potential. All I ask is that for the next 16 minutes, your entire focus stays right here. I've said this before, winter arc is the final chance to fix an entire year of mistakes. You fall into the same pit so many times that eventually you're afraid to even walk. You start thinking nothing works, that you don't even know what you're struggling for, and slowly you begin to believe that a familiar failure is safer than an unknown victory. Every time you restart, your mind shows you old evidence of failure, and you accept it because your brain is deeply attached to your losing past. Listen carefully. This happens because you've seen yourself lose with your own eyes, and that version feels familiar. But in that exact moment, there is another version of you standing in the future, your highest potential self, the person you could become. Today, you must choose to stop listening to your past self because it keeps you limited. Remember this, your past can only repeat what has already happened, but your job is to do what has never been done before. Learning from the past is fine, but if your past convinces you that a new future doesn't exist for you, that is a lie. It's a trap. Because there are people in this world who have proven change is possible. Yes, the path may be difficult, but together we will figure it out. We already understand this much clearly. We are not supposed to look back, and we are not supposed to listen to the voices from the past that keep saying it won't work, because those voices are built on lies. Many of you feel confused. Either you feel no interest in anything, or you feel interested in too many things and don't know what to do or who to become. My answer to that is simple. Stop imagining in advance what your life should look like or what kind of person you should become, because the moment you do that, everything becomes blurry and overwhelming. And the reason is the same as I explained earlier. Your mind does not truly make decisions. It only repeats what has already been fed into it. Your brain is conditioned to replay the same ideas given by society, parents, friends, or even your own body. If the body says, leave everything, chase this one thing, this is your job, you've seen people who spend their entire lives doing exactly that. If you see someone gaining respect, you feel like becoming them. If you see someone with money, you feel like chasing that. But understand this carefully. Your job is not to copy someone else's story. Your job is to create your own. Otherwise, the story might look successful from the outside, but you will remain incomplete on the inside. If someone else is ordering you to do something, they are fulfilling their own agenda. Their work gets done, and you gain nothing. Humans cannot be forced directly. When they are pushed, they do things unwillingly. So before asking what to do, the real question should be what not to do. We have learned that by listening to society, and by listening to the noise of our own body, we end up doing nothing meaningful. What we must do is our own work. And your work does not need a clear destination yet. You don't need to know what you'll become, how you'll become it, or where you'll reach. You only need to know one thing for sure. Wherever you are right now, you are not okay. You don't feel right. And that means you must start letting go of what is wrong. And if you choose to hold on to something, it should only be because it pulls you forward, not because it keeps you stuck. If I hold on to something or choose to do a certain kind of work, it is only because it helps me move out of the environment, situation, or miserable state where I was trapped before. In simple terms, the answer to what should I do will never come from the future. It comes from the present. Just find the next best step, the next better move, and start working. The method is extremely simple. Look at where the pain is in your life, because pain clearly tells you that where you are right now is wrong and that you need to move out of it. If the pain is coming from lack of money, then the task is clear. You need to earn. Then the next question will be how to earn, and that answer will also come from the present. You must look at whether you have capital. If you do, use it to create something. And if you don't, then you must learn, either through your own experience or by using free resources. It will take time to figure out what kind of work suits you, but the moment you figure it out, you must start learning and applying immediately. In the same way, if thinking about a certain person causes pain, then the task becomes to understand the reason, to study it, to learn why it affects you this way. If you can't sleep, if your body does not support your intentions, and that creates suffering, then the task is clear. You must fix the body. This is how you must scan your entire life, identify where things are broken, and start fixing them. Once you do this, paths will begin to open automatically. All you need to do is take the next best step, and the next step will reveal itself. But if instead you keep chasing mental images of who you should become, your mind will start demanding things that may not even be necessary. And if you feel the urge to become someone just because the world celebrates them, ask yourself, how do you know becoming that will actually make you better? There is a real danger that you are fighting a blind battle planted inside your head by society. Understand this clearly. The most practical approach is to focus on becoming better in the present moment, exactly where you are. That gradual improvement will naturally shape you into the right person. Trust this process. If you avoid the wrong things and keep moving forward through consistent work, wherever you end up will be the right place. Do not chase images, because even if you achieve the image, you may still feel incomplete. And this brings me back to what I said at the start of the video. If you already plan to quit within a week, you might as well make a perfect timetable and follow it. Yes, you'll move a little forward, but not very far, because time itself will start feeling like a burden. You may push through for a few days using willpower, but sooner or later you'll ask for relief, and that exact moment will take you back to where you started. Instead of obsessing over tasks and rigid schedules, measure your day by the work actually done. Did you do the work or not? Nothing else matters. Do not work by watching the clock. Do not tell yourself 1 hour of studying, 1 hour of learning, 1 hour of anything. Avoid that completely. When you work while constantly checking time, your work turns into a burden. You might build a good routine on the outside, but it will be hollow on the inside. Like a beehive that looks big and beautiful, yet has no honey inside. When you keep staring at the clock, even the right work starts feeling heavy. Even if you are doing the right thing, your mind keeps reminding you how much is still left, and that thought alone turns meaningful work into suffering. This is why you must immerse yourself so deeply that time becomes irrelevant, so deeply that you move beyond time itself. You've heard this before. Good time passes quickly while bad time feels endless. In reality, time is the same in both situations. The difference is inside you. When you are fully absorbed in something, you step outside of time. You stop feeling it. And when time no longer exists for you, the work finishes before you even realize it. It's not a perfect example, but think about this. When you're exhausted and lie down on your bed, you fall asleep instantly. And when you wake up and check the clock, 8 hours have passed, as if you entered a portal and came out in the future. Time disappears because you were completely immersed. Work must be done the same way, so immersed that you don't even realize when time slips away. But if you keep thinking, there's still so much left, or when will this end, then you are not working, you are suffering. The first step, as I explained earlier, is to look honestly at the pain in your life, because from that pain you will find the work that can genuinely improve your life. And once you find that work, you must immerse yourself in it with complete honesty. At that point, you cannot say things like, if I immerse myself, how will I rest? Or, if I immerse myself, I'll have to give up things that give me pleasure, because real growth demands that kind of commitment. You may have worked only a little before, but now you sit inside the work itself, and strangely, still enjoy your days. Yet if all these distractions continue to overpower you, remember this one truth. You never slip on your own. You never become demotivated on your own. and you never fall on your own. You always do what you truly consider important. Directly or indirectly, if what you say and what you do are different, then you are not who you claim to be. You are what you do. Because whatever your mind labels as pleasure, you keep doing it until you're exhausted, and only then do you wake up and say you wasted time. In those moments, you speak big words, but deep inside, you have already given importance to something else. As I said earlier, your mind only runs in the direction of what you value the most, and that is exactly what shows up in your actions. In the end, you must choose whether you want to stay attached to the filth inside you or move toward what is better. That's why I say, the moment you know what is right, immerse yourself in it completely. Leave no room for escape. Earlier, when you had no clarity, everything felt blurry, and the pain was simply that you were not doing anything with your life. But now, when you clearly know what is wrong and you also know what is right, yet you still choose the wrong, the pain doubles, and a certain self-hatred begins to rise. And that hatred is necessary. I am more afraid of people who feel no hatred toward their own condition, because when they sense something is wrong, they suppress that discomfort and sink deeper into the same mess, since that is easier. Asking hard questions and sitting alone with yourself to understand the right path takes courage. Escaping through addictions is easier. But now you know what must be done. I explained earlier how to choose the work. Wake up in the morning. Pick one task by your own will that you know you must do, and immerse yourself in it completely. Do not set targets like how much you will do, or how long you will do it. Remove time from your mind entirely. Today I am teaching you how to fall in love with your work. And when you love something, you don't count minutes or hours. There were two things you needed the most: hatred for your current state, and love for what you could become. I don't know about others, but I believe most people develop the hatred, but never develop the love, which is why when they are pushed from behind and told to move forward, it feels like walking on fire. This is the only progress there is. The lazy, careless, foolish, fearful, and blind version of you must die, so the version you were meant to become can be born. You must accept this. The meaning of life is struggle. But not just struggle, you must fall in love with the struggle, drown in it so deeply that you lose track of time. Because if you still feel time passing, it means you haven't truly fallen in love yet. And if you haven't fallen in love with what is higher for you, you will inevitably be attached to what is low, broken, and wrong. Anything that pulls you down into filth is exactly why I said at the start of this video that your job is not to build a routine, because when you are deeply in love with your work, day and night, routines become meaningless. Everything I'm saying here is something I have learned myself very recently. If you watch my winter arc video from last year, you'll see that I openly talked about routines, schedules, and specific tasks, what to do and how to do it. And yes, all of that works. But as I explained, without hatred for your current self and without love for your highest potential, you won't go very far. You need pain pushing you from behind and a pull from your highest potential in front of you. Only then will this winter arc become the final winter arc of your life. And if you want to understand this topic more deeply, how to escape this addiction-filled world and live a powerful life,